Well, hello everyone. I'm here to do our weekly update from City Hall, and I'm going to change it up just a little bit today. In that this week it seems like this gas situation has been on everyone's mind, and I know back Tuesday that there was a lot of social media and stories going out that the local locations were running out of gas here in central Kentucky, but it really wasn't very many locations that were out of gas. Since then, you've seen the news, and I've taken time to study the situation, looked at reports from AAA and the state transportation, the federal transportation reports, and even talking to some fuel distributors in the area. And Kentucky only had 3% of the total number of fuel outlets were out of fuel as of, I think, Wednesday. So we really don't have a shortage here. There are some problems with some of the delivery systems here in Kentucky. It's not related to the Colonial Pipeline, but there is some trucking issues and distribution issues. But that's impacting not only fuel, but many other things. So the number one thing to take from all this is that if we don't panic and make a run on all these stations and fill up every car we got, even the ones we don't use very often, filling up all our gas cans and anything we can find with fuel. If we don't do that and act responsibly, we won't create a shortage. But if we do, we will create a shortage, just like what happened with the toilet paper last spring when there was a run on all the toilet paper, and it really wasn't that much of a shortage. But we created one, and I think that's the message I'm hearing from some of these store operators, that let's don't create something by panicking. So just be responsible, and this will not be a problem here in central Kentucky. On the COVID side of things, big news, as you saw, they've approved the Pfizer vaccine for young people ages 12 to 15 now. They had already approved the vaccines for 16 and older. So the big news here is that I think Lincoln Trail Area Health Department is going to start working with our school districts here in the Lincoln Trail region to offer vaccines for these students, 12 to 15, plus older students that already had the ability to get the vaccine. And I just want to encourage all you parents to trust these vaccines. Let your children get the vaccines that are eligible for it. Because if you're like me, and I want to get rid of this mask, the sooner the better. And if you want to get rid of these masks, and if you want our children to be able to go back to school next fall and not have to wear these masks, and there's a ton of workers who have to work their entire days here in various locations and have to wear these masks all day, every day. It's really, really difficult. And we're so close. We're up to 49%, as I said last week, of the eligible people here in Nelson County. If you would please encourage your family members, friends to get the vaccine. But if you're a parent, trust these vaccines. Get your children vaccinated so we can return them back to their classrooms. And this is even for college students as well. A lot of people forget about them. But I know if you're like me, I would like to be able to get rid of these masks indoors and see a lot of indoor venues reopen more like normal. But if we do our part, we can get there. Lastly, we're working on our city budget, and this week we worked on our general fund, which is police and fire and streets and recreation and admin and also finance. It's about an $11 million budget. It looks like it's going to go up about 6% this year. That sounds like a lot, but on $11 million, but most of that is being driven as a result of salaries, and mostly because of our contribution to the Kentucky Employee Retirement System. That's the retirement system that city and county employees are part of. And about 4.75% of this increase is related to that increase we are being asked to pay into the system. Right now, this coming year, we will pay roughly 27 cents on every dollar we pay to a non-hazardous duty employee here at the city. For every dollar, we'll pay 27 cents into the retirement system. On hazardous duty, that number is up to 44.3 cents per dollar. Now that sounds like a really obnoxious number, and it is, but that's not the fault of the cities and the counties. We have paid in every dollar we've ever been asked to pay into the system, and we will again do it this year. But as you see, it's an extraordinary high amount for retirement. The reason for this is it's at the state level. They have mismanaged this system for many years on the investments, and the legislators have not put in their portion of it at the state level to match what has been being put in by the cities and counties. So again, we've been asked to step up to try to get this thing more solvent. It's not very solvent right now. It's billions of dollars underfunded right now because of past actions at the state level. But we're going to do our part and make sure that we put in every nickel that we're being asked to do. So it's a challenge, but we've got a balanced general fund. We'll be getting the combined utility fund done at our next council meeting. That's a much larger fund that consists of our electric and cable and water and those utilities, and that is a much bigger part of our budget because of the large amount of projects we have to do to expand our system and update our system. And a lot of those projects carry over from one year to the next, plus new projects. So that's why that budget remains high each and every year. But the main part of the goal there is to be able to provide great service to all of our customers, not only here in Bardstown, but throughout the county, because we supply many customers with these services like water and sewer and electric, not just here in cable and internet, not just here in Bardstown, but out in the county as well. So we want to be a great provider for those services, so we're making the investments that are necessary to do that. So that's my report today. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.